If you don't use this technique, then your guitar trap melodies are gonna sound like poop. And that's not what you want, is it? Yo, Wagwan, hope you're having a great day. In this video, this is a special one. I'm gonna be showing you how to create guitar trap melodies from scratch. Now, this is something that I've wanted to learn how to do. That took me a long time to finally master it, but I feel like I've mastered it right about now, and it comes so easy to me that I can teach you how to do the same. Now, I'm gonna show you a few different methods to get your guitar trap melody popping. So definitely stick through to the end because you will love this. This will get you making those beautiful melodies for artists like Gunna, Lil Baby, and does Young Thug use guitar beats? Sometimes he does. Young Thug. Those are the three people I have in mind when I make guitar trap songs, and of course myself, because I like guitar trap beats. But yeah, if you don't know who I am, I'm Jay Carteret from jaycarteret.com, teaching you how to be better at music, online marketing, and online business. This is the #1 spot for musicians and creators that don't want to be starving artists. So if that sounds like you, click on that subscribe button, check out the rest of the content on the channel because you will love it here, guaranteed. Now, before we get straight into this, my question of the day is, what is your favorite guitar VST? Let me know. Where do you get your guitar instruments from? Okay, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm actually very interested in that. I used to use Omnisphere, now I use Ample Guitar, and I'm going to show you that in this particular video. But to start the melody, I'll show you exactly how it's done actually. First of all, we start with my guitar trap beat mixing template. Of course, that's what I'm using right about now. This is the mixer section, and over here we've got a few effects going on. Generally, we're going to have some EQing, and then I'm going to add RC20 and some halftime to get that verse melody. But that's besides the point. That's for a mixing video, right? Let's show you how to create this melody, okay? But the EQing and stuff does matter because you're going to get a completely different tone, completely different sound when you EQ it differently and when you add different effects. But let's go into this section here. Let me just check if my speaker is on. Speaker is not on. Great. So first of all, you want to pick a key. This is F sharp minor, which is a cool key, but let's go to G minor, G sharp minor. Let's just go to G minor. I like G minor. And first of all, we're going to start with a chord progression. If you don't know how to create chord progressions, check out my video on how to create chord progressions. Yeah, that's going to show you a lot of great stuff. So I'm going to do a chord progression of 1, 6, 4, 5. So we're going to pick G, we're going to skip a note, we're going to skip a note. That's 1. And then let's actually tidy this up. Then we're gonna skip a note, go to 6, skip a note, skip a note. That's another chord, that's 6. Then we're gonna go to 4, so that this will be 5, that's 4. Skip a note, skip a note. Then we're gonna go to 5. So these numbers are basically the number of the root note in the key. Now the root note is G, and that will be #1. Now the root note of the next chord that I'm using is 6, because it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then back to 1. Okay, so 1, below that is 7, below that is 6. Okay, and we're just using the highlighted notes. If you haven't used, helpers and scale highlighting before, go check out my video on, I think it's how to create melodies super fast and easy. So let's listen back to this actual melody and see what it sounds like, or this chord progression, and see what it sounds like. So that's a nice progression. I'm cool with this. So we're going to highlight this, we're going to copy this, and now we're going to get our guitar. Now, the reason why I like to start with a piano is because it's just easy to hear all the tones, and you can really realize if you got a good chord progression or not from there. Now, when we get to the guitar, that's when we can start spicing things up and changing things up, okay? 1, 6, 4, 5 is an easy chord progression to start with. I like that chord progression. I use it quite frequently, to be honest, but you could try it in different keys. You can try and change the setup of the chord progression, like change where the notes are and whatnot, and I'll show you a little bit of that as well. So let's wait for Ample Guitar to load and I'll be right back. So Ample Guitar has loaded, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy our melody or our chord progression and paste it down here and turn this off. So now let's listen back, and this is Ample Guitar fresh, not actually routed to our mixer. Let's listen to what it sounds like. And what I usually do is I change this to play mode 2, which I think is like keyboard stuff. So it basically, what it does is it allows you to play more notes than can actually be played on a guitar, which might not be the best thing to do, but I like to do it because it just simplifies things. So let's listen back. Got a nice tone, to be honest, but what I'll do is I'll route that to track number 1, which is my main chorus guitar, and this will basically soften it up and get us the tone that I'm looking for. So let's listen back. And we are going to stay in this octave because this is a good octave to work in. Now, I'm going to show you a few ways to get this guitar melody up and running. So first of all, let me quickly change our snap to half beat. And what I'll do is I'll just create a arpeggio of the notes. Okay, that's the easiest way to create a guitar melody. And once you've done this, your guitar melody is basically done. You can add some top notes and Bob's your uncle. Okay, so let's listen back to this. Now we could bring this down to like 1-4-5, and let's listen back. And what I'd do is I'd probably add a note here to move into this chord, and we'll probably add another note down here, but let's listen back. Yeah, let's chop this. Oh, that's the wrong place. Oh, we actually want to chop here. Maybe here. Maybe there. Let's listen back to that. Okay, very, very easy. We've got a guitar melody. The next thing I'd do is I'd start using some top notes. So we can skip a note and go up here to get the 7th note of this chord. And maybe if we want that, let's listen back. Dun, 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 dun. Let's try that out. Okay, that's just some easy top note creation, just showing you how that's done. Now let's switch this up. Yeah, we can use the same method of arpeggiating, but instead of just going from the bottom note to the top note, which is the easiest way to do this, if you're just starting out, go from the bottom note to the top note. It's going to make your life so much easier, and then you know you can add some passing notes to go to the next chord, and that'll just make things sound a little bit more interesting. But what we can do here is we can, instead of just going from the bottom note to the top note, we can go from the bottom note, top note, and then back to the the middle note, so like that. So let's have this chord like that, and then maybe we'll change that chord as well. So that's something you can do. Another thing you can do is maybe you just have the top note and the bottom note hit at one time, and then hit the middle note later on in the bar, and that gives you a different tone, a different type of rhythm, a different melody, which is really, really easy. And we're just going to use the same chords throughout this whole thing to just show you how easy it is to create multiple different melodies using the exact same chords. So it all starts with a chord progression, okay? So let's listen to this. But with this, because there's only like 2 hits, what I'd do is I'd probably get something higher. So or maybe I just go with the 7th note. I do like da da. I really like that melody, so we're gonna go with that again. But it should sound better here because we got less hits going throughout the melody. Da da. That can work. Dun, dun. I'm going to show you a secret trick to get this sounding even better, but we'll do that in the last melody, so make sure you stay through to the end. I think I've shown you 3 different ways now. I've shown you 3 different ways. So let's go for number 4, right? So you've seen me move up to like this, the 7th note. So let's do some more stuff with that. So we can come back down like that. And then maybe we'll combine some things together. So we'll have this go to the top note and then back to the middle note there. And then we'll also go back to the 7th note over here on like the half bar. And we're basically just using notes in the chord. We're not going too wild right about now. What we could do is we could actually go a whole octave higher and still use the same notes in the chord. And let's see. But I don't think it's necessary right now, to be honest. I'll create another melody after and we'll do that. Da, na, 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 da, da, da. Yeah, I like that. And that can work. So what we're doing right here is we're just the same thing, going from the bottom to the 7th note, which is the 7th note of the chord, which is basically we're skipping a note, and then skipping another note to get the 7th. This is first note 1, middle note is 3, last note is 5, this note 7. Remember, watch that video on chords, you'll learn a lot. Yeah, you'll learn a lot. So let's listen back to this, because we're basically doing the same thing all over here, but then here of course, we've got the 7th note and then we're coming down. Here we've got the 7th note, we're going up. And here we've got, okay, that's supposed to be over there. We've got the 7th note, then we're going up and then we're going down. And that's actually the 9th, and then we're coming back down. So let's listen to this. I might actually get rid of the 7th note. Yeah, that's a good melody. I like that. So this is what you do. You experiment. You create the chords first of all, and then you experiment with the different notes that you can use in a chord. Don't be afraid to get rid of a note in the chord if it's not fitting your melody and you feel like you can do other stuff. And let me show you an example of that as well. So what I'll do here is I'll just get rid of the middle notes. So let's just get rid of that. And we can leave those notes there. And that's the middle note. So let's bring it up an octave and see what we got over here. Yeah, that's what I want. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. So what's this middle note? Let's move that up a octave. No, that's not what. That's what I want. So you can just basically click around to find the notes that you want as well. Don't be afraid to do that, okay? So we'll do that. And then I want that again, actually. Dun, 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 dun. Beautiful. See, already that's giving me a vibe. I can hear the 808s coming in. I'm ready to go. Okay, so that's just moving stuff up an octave. You can do it with the middle note, you can do it with the top note, you can do it with the bottom note, just whichever feels right to you. And sometimes you won't even use a note from the chord. You'll just kind of go around and find something that actually sounds right. So that's what I did over here. And then, you know, we got the stairs down. Stairs down always gives a nice tone to it. And when I say stairs down, I just mean we're alternating down in pitch. So we're coming from a top note and then we're going down to a lower pitch like that. We can also do stairs up depending on what you're going for, but usually going down or up can work, to be honest. Depends on the melody. So I feel like that's enough. Now I think I've given you at least 4 different ways. Maybe I've given you 5. I don't even remember, because I'm just going all off the cuff of the things that I've been doing to make my guitar trap beats, okay? But remember I said I was going to give you something that was going to make your guitar melody sound even better, and that's what I'm going to do now. So here, what we'll do is when you've got a melody, you want to press Control A, then you want to press Alt and R, and you want to randomize the velocities. Now what this will do is, in good guitar VSTs, I don't know what guitar VST you're using, but I'm using Ample Guitar M, and this is a good guitar VST. And what happens with this VST is if you're hitting the notes at a different velocity, you're going to get a different sound, okay? And when people are playing a guitar, they're not going to be hitting every note at the same velocity, so you also want to mimic that with your MIDI. So I'm also going to press Alt and then scroll down on my mouse wheel to get the volume a little bit lower, okay? And then let's listen back to this. I'm actually going to save this. I'm saving this melody. This is a good melody, you cats. This is a good melody. Let's save this. I'm gonna make a beat with this, because this is let me actually save this whole project, to be honest. and I'll just come back to it at a later date. Another thing I do to make this sound even better, I'm gonna give you a little bit of source here. Definitely go and check out my video on the best way to mix your melodies, which I released a few weeks ago while you're watching this. If you're watching this in the future, then, you know, just search my channel, you'll find it. That's going to teach you a lot. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add RC20, which is one of my favorite plugins. I highly recommend you grab this ASAP. Go to jcarterray.com/RC20. I'll leave a link down below as well, because it's just such a great plugin, as well as Ample Guitar, because, you know, the guitar sounds you're getting from that is just going to sound beautiful. So we got RC20. We'll have it on vinyl. We'll change the noise, turn it down a little bit, turn the distort down a little bit, digital up, space up, magnetic down, and let's hear this back. Now, what I do now is, because that note, that dun 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 dun, this F is just too, it's ringing too much. What I do is I'll actually get rid of it. Like I'll not get rid of it, but I'm gonna lessen the harshness of it. Alright, that's where it is. We'll dip that a little bit. Still a bit all over the gaff. So what I do again, this is just great mixing stuff, is I'll add a compressor. So we're going to add Neutron 3 compression to this, to get this melody where we want it to be. Now this is a lot of sauce that is gonna help your melody sound even better. So we're gonna use the acoustic guitar preset, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna see where that is. Yeah, it's back there. And we're gonna turn the attack down real low, turn that ratio up to about, let's do 15, and let's hear this. I'm going to bring that attack low, turn that ratio to 30. Oh, that's getting me a lot of distortion, so let's not do that. Maybe decrease the attack. Not liking the distortion I'm getting from this. You know what? I'm gonna allow the compressor because it's giving me distortion, and when the compressor gives me distortion, I just leave it alone because I don't want that sound. Basically, what I'm gonna do instead is what I was gonna do anyways, but let's hear what it's gonna sound like when I do this, because this might actually solve the problems that we have. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this pattern to our playlist. I'm gonna press Control-Alt-C, and this is going to bring up this, where I can bounce this to audio. Okay, so once I bounce this to audio, actually wrong thing first, before we bounce it to audio, yeah, what I need to do is I need to actually bring all of this up an octave. So I'll press Control-A, then Control up on the arrows. Now, because this is so high, when I bounce this up on audio, Ample Guitar actually just doesn't allow that. So we are going to have to use this original sound that we bounced down. And what I'll do is I'll pitch this up a whole octave, and we'll route this to my track 1. I'll turn off RC20. We'll hear this back. We'll turn on crossfade. I think pattern 1 is also playing back, so we need to stop that. Okay, perfect. Now what I'll do is I'll turn this into audio again and normalize that, crossfade bleeding, turn this to track 1, pitch it down, which is the original pitch that we want it to be, turn it down, and let's listen back to this. And let's check this out. Yeah, let's get rid of that, because that's also giving me too much ringing. Beautiful. That was the issue. So we got rid of all the ringing. Like, EQing is so important, especially with these guitars, because you're gonna have a lot of high end and whatnot, and you might use notes that then have you hearing ringings in your ear and just having things that just don't sound beautiful. So using EQ can really help that out, and pitching it up and pitching it down and doing this all sorts of stuff actually gets your melody sounding a whole lot more rustic and beautiful and old-timey. So let's listen back one more time. Okay, great stuff. If you want your guitar beats, your guitar trap beats to be mixed even before you get to the mixing stage, then go to jcarterray.com/guitar trap FL. The link will also be down below, and you can grab my guitar trap beat mixing template. If you've got any questions or any other tutorials you want me to make, please let me know in the comment section down below. If this video has helped you out, let me know in the comment section down below, because it really helps and allows me to know whether I should keep on making videos like this. Also, hit that like button, as it lets the YouTube algorithm know that they should keep on showing people these videos, and it can help other people who want to learn about creating guitar melodies. Now, I hope this video has helped you out. In the next video, you'll learn more about music, online business, and online marketing. I actually love making this video. I love creating guitar melodies. So if you want more, let me know ASAP. And peace out. I'll see you in the next one.